Hello everybody, we're back, and we have a special guest with us in the cave.
Hello.
You want to say hello? Do you want to actually point the camera at you?
I don't care.
You don't care? Alright.
Okay. Hello.
Oh, you're on camera? There you go, that's Cody. That's Cody. There's Toby getting his butt in everybody's face again and smacking the camera.
How dare you get in my face,
Toby!
sir.
I will kick you in your bad leg. There we go, he heard the
Who hurt you as a child, Toby?
It was a swimming pool.
It was a swimming pool?
It was a swimming pool in Oviedo, Florida.
In Oviedo, Florida, damn.
In Oviedo, Florida. Alright. And this is me forgetting that the D-pad doesn't actually move you.
Really? Like I've never...
And now I'm... Oh no, not dead. Okay.
No, you just can slip through things. Don't you know that?
Through the floor. Oh, it's a cutscene. It's a cutscene.
Do you know one game I remember that was like notorious for cutscenes? Metal Gear Solid 4. Every 10 feet.
Yeah. And you had to install every chapter before each one, and it was so annoying. It's sort of kind of the reason I'm probably not going to be doing a playthrough of that one.
Do you know what the funniest thing about that game is? I was like in high school, and I was playing that in front of my younger brothers and sisters. Like, they were like 7 and 8 respectively. Yeah. Watching me play Metal Gear. And they were like, yo, how many cutscenes does this have? When are you going to actually play the game?
I've heard people say it's just like you're playing a movie. That's kind of what it is.
The boss fights are good. I actually like the boss fights.
Yeah, I like the fight with, what's his name? Vamp, I think the dude's name is? Vampire dude?
Yes.
I like his
my favorite was Lone Wolf. The sniper rifle with a rail gun.
That I remember, yes.
The wolf, that was so good. Okay, you can lick me. You're adorable.
You are allowed to lick. You mean the most annoying level in the game?
Look at it. Did you see something? He was just like, yo, let me just play Limbo for a minute.
That's right. Because gravity.
Because you know what? I'm Sonic. Screw gravity.
Screw the rules. I have blue hair.
Actually, in the new Sonic series, like they have
called Sonic Prime, I think it's what
No. The Sonic TV show. It's like for Sonic Boom.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes.
There's literally a scene where he gets a ticket, like a speeding ticket while driving, and he's like, "I'll fight it in court, but I don't think gotta go fast is gonna be a medical condition they'll accept."
I think I've heard that before.
And like, there's a lot of jokes in that show that like they just come out of nowhere. Like, there's one where Knuckles, the idiot in the show.
The idiot, yes. I've heard he's quite dumb in Sonic Boom.
Yes, but he literally says, like, Amy's having this whole moment where, will this help with the gender equality between man and women? You know, Amy, if you really wanted to help man and female equality, you wouldn't bring it up because it would make it so it's not an exception and the general norm. And he's just saying, and I'm just like,
okay.
What? Like, where the heck did that come from?
Doesn't Dan Green play Knuckles in that?
And Yuki Moto plays Knuckles. Oh, did you hear that?
What?
The creator of the Yu-Gi-Oh manga died.
Yes, that I heard. I heard that a little while ago, yeah. Very sad.
Yeah, I grew up on that, so I'm still playing Yu-Gi-Oh to this day, and I'm just like, really? Please, dog. Please, dog.
I have your tail.
Go lay down.
Toby, get out. Yeah.
Technical issues, everybody.
It's alright. This isn't the first time he's knocked it over. And now I just gotta do this thing. So no A rank for me. I got you. Alright, Toby. Make a decision. Make a decision. Move your leg. I don't think you can get out. That's probably it. Now get out. Yeah. Yeah. Shoot.
Can we close the door?
Yeah.
Alright, come on.
Probably should do that.
Come on.
He thinks you're playing.
I'm trying to get up. And he's, what the hell is this?
This is craziness.
Alright. There's too many people in here. Alright, come on, Tommy. Tommy, come on.
Ew. Get out.
Come on.
Go follow Cody.
Come on. Goodbye.
Let him out and just shut the door.
There we go.
There we go. And now
there's
water on the
room.
floor.
Oh my god, there's so many games back here.
Those aren't games.
Well, these are DVDs.
This is the movie and the game cave. Oh my god, the siren's getting upset.
Here, do you want to restart the level?
I don't give a shit. This is real.
This is real.
This is real life. You want sophisticated playthroughs? Watch Cat Icarus.
Have you ever played Kid Icarus?
Kid Icarus? No, I have not.
I have not either. Although I've heard the DS one and like the modern ones like are so good with the comedy.
Oh, with the comedy? No, that part, I've heard the gameplay was really good.
The Hades ones, like the Hades character.
Yeah.
He's literally the most sarcastic character you could ever meet in any game.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Just look up. You should look up one day.
Kid Icarus.
Just look up Kid Icarus Hades scenes. There's literally one of the final bosses for the Kid Icarus game in that game is you literally go inside Hades to beat up his heart.
Oh.
Because his heart
I didn't know it was that kind of game. All right.
Well, no, it's like his heart is in like a maze, and you have to follow it and find ways to damage it. It's kind of like that level in Batman Arkham Asylum where you're fighting Mr. Freeze.
Oh, Mr. Freeze. Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. So it's that kind of thing. So you can't hit him the same way twice.
Mm-hmm. Well, damn.
That's alright. I don't care about wings. I got 22 lives. At this point, the only purpose the rings serve is to maybe get me a higher grade at the end, but I'm gonna end up with a C anyway.
Hey, don't hit the ball.
There we go.
Although it's funny, the first Sonic game I ever played was Sonic Heroes.
Yeah. Okay.
And
I mean, it's good.
It's decent.
It's good. I like Sonic Heroes.
It's decent. I think it took everything. Like, if it was structured just a little bit better, I think it would have been a very well done game because getting the final ending is a pain in the butt.
Because of the Chaos Emeralds.
But you have to get it with every team.
This is true.
You have to get it with all 4 teams, and then you have to. The funny thing about it is that I got a free like. You remember when they used to make those old playbooks, like play-by-play?
Yeah, strategy guides.
Strategy guides, yeah. So I had one for Sonic Heroes.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what I read on like the final boss being Metal Sonic and
Metal Sonic, yeah, Metal Sonic, yep.
And all that. And I'm like, I have to do what and what to get what? I'm like,
I don't know. Were the special stages like consistently the same across the teams, or were like the easier
they
with
were.
some teams?
Well, no, to get the Chaos Emeralds, it was the same freaking 2. It was
right.
like,
What I mean, did they play differently with the different teams? Like, was Team Rose easier? I think I remember something about it.
The easiest team was Team Amy.
Yeah, Team Rose. Yeah, that's her.
Yeah, Team Rose. So it was Amy, Cream, and Big.
Yeah.
And that was because their attacks were OP.
Well, yeah.
Big,
especially. Team blast in like 2 seconds. Yeah.
Because Big literally had an attack where basically he would just attach the other 2 to his fishing line, and he would just do a roundabout attack, just damaging everything around him.
And then you get like extra rings and shit.
Yes.
And rings is what charges up your team blast anyway, so you can get just another team blast.
So the difficulty went, depending on your play style, as far as me it was Team Rose, Team Sonic, Team
Chaotix. The other one?
No, Chaos. Team Dark, which was
Dark. Oh, yeah,
which was Rogue, Shadow, and Omega, was the hardest. And then there was Team. I forget what their team was. It had the Crocodile, Charmy the Bee, Chaotix. Okay.
Yeah.
The Detectives.
The Detectives. They're on your side. Something.
I didn't realize this, but Sonic has IGN comics.
Really?
Yeah, they have like full-blown comic series.
Well, I knew they had comic series, but where did you say that they were released?
IGN.
IGN?
Yeah. Like
video game people?
The same people they're the same people who released the Transformers comics.
Because I know Archie had a Sonic comic book series for a long time.
Yeah, the Archie Sonic is OP. He literally can rewrite his whole reality.
Yeah, that I've seen. Yeah, I think they talked about it on Death Battle.
Let me look it up. IGN Sonic. That is an F. Hold on.
No, good. Then I died. Do me a favor.
IGN.
IGN. Yeah, that's what I figured. Do me a favor. Can you text my wife and just let her know I don't have the laptop with me? she needs to reach me to text you.
I'm just gonna say Dave says he doesn't have his laptop.
Yeah. And we're upstairs.
What? And we are
Keep
in the game. I don't know if that's code for something, but I don't.
It's not good.
I know.
You just keep doing this one.
So intuitive.
I know. I think you're supposed to hit the cannon with it, so I'm supposed to move around to match where the cannon is, and then shoot the missile that way.
Into the tube?
Into the tube, I think, is where it has to be, because I've hit him like 4 of them. It's not doing anything. Yeah, that's, I'm not even close. I'm not going to be talking to the Method Man over there. That's what I call the sparkling ball there. You get it? You get it? Method Man? Because her name's Tikal. You ever hear the Method Man's debut album? You know what it's called?
I do not.
It's called Tikal. I'm hoping the audience gets that reference, because I made it like 6 times in the last episode. Oh no. There were rings. So it was okay. There's a bird that's following me. I'm not going, damn it! I didn't want to collect the bird!
Why not collect the bird?
Because I don't care about the chow, that's why. I went to the chow garden by mistake, and then I released a bunch of animals into it, and now they actually have stuff to play with there, and I want them to suffer.
Well, damn. I actually kind of like the chow garden in Adventure 2.
Well, Adventure 2. This isn't Adventure 2.
I've never seen the chow garden in Adventure 1.
Yes, I have. It's a hotel room.
It's a hotel room?
It's a hotel room, yes.
That's it?
It's a hotel room, yes. I'm not even joking. It's a hotel room, and I think one of Knuckles' Chaos boss battles that Sonic doesn't have takes place in a similar room, if not the same room.
Or they just rehashed the same room?
It takes place in the hotel, and the room looks just like the Chow Garden room.
Because isn't it in this game like Knuckles isn't really their friend yet?
He is. He fell for the same garbage that he fell for in Sonic and Knuckles, or Sonic 3 technically. It's like,
and Sonic the Movie 2 released in 2021.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Even though it was kind of the premise of Sonic 3, but whatever. I don't know if Jim Carrey's
Although I will say this,
again.
the actor who plays Knuckles in that movie
is Elba, yeah.
Idris Elba is he plays that role so well.
Yeah, I was very surprised at how well he did that.
Yeah, I was like,
alright, I'd like to see him play Knuckles, I'm just not sure why, and
it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
And I'll admit, like, all the actors they have for playing the Sonic characters, they're not bad.
No, they're not.
Especially the one who actually plays Sonic, because he played Leonardo in the newest TMNT series.
Yeah.
And I love that actor, just because he has such sassy energy. It works so well with Sonic.
Good. Sticking to the floor, that's good.
I wonder how gravity works.
It doesn't, because we're in a Dreamcast game.
Oh.
Gravity died with the Sega Dreamcast.
I've never played on the Dreamcast. What the hell was that? He looked like he was having a spasm.
He was. Oh, these don't move. Okay. No, okay. Gravity is going to shift in a second, so I have to do this.
Yo, it's just random garbage.
I don't like the controls are kind of inverted. Kind of inverted.
What do you mean, kind of inverted?
Because look, I've been holding the same direction that whole time, and now he stopped.
Wait, and then now you have to go...
Now I gotta jump and do that, reset it.
What the heck is the Dreamcast?
What the heck is the Dreamcast? You never heard of the Dreamcast?
No, I mean,
what?
That's not what
Where
I meant.
have you been?
That's not what I meant, and you know it.
Banished! No.
I'm banished from the cave. Damn.
You're banished.
I just got here.
That didn't take long.
That didn't take long at all.
Okay, I'm gonna miss this jump. And then, not just die. It'll respawn me right there.
Looks like you're going the right way.
Looks like it. I'm hoping I'm going the right way. I don't think that these levels are that open, at least not in Sonic's version of them. Knuckles' versions are open because you gotta find shit, but...
Oh, Knuckles levels in, like, all the adventure games kind of suck.
I mean, his levels in this game are okay. They weren't really designed with him in mind. So, oh yeah, let's go this way. They weren't designed with him in mind, so it doesn't feel quite as cohesive as they would be in Sonic Adventure 2. Problem was the whole clues mechanic that they gave him in this, like he goes to Cal's little floating ball thing, and they give you a clue, but you could grab any of the shards in any order you wanted. In Sonic Adventure 2,
you can.
You technically can, but it won't give you any clues as to where they are.
Oh, lovely.
So, you can grab multiple different Tikal things in this game, and it will tell you clues to different pieces. There, it'll only give you clues to the one piece that you're on first. And they rotate into different positions, so they're never in the same place twice.
It might be, but let's check out the bridge.
What?
That's right, that's right. Oh, I just remembered I have to do a frickin' whack-a-mole game with Amy's version of this. God. I reminded myself yesterday I gotta do Sonic 06 at some point too, so...
Why?
Because I played it, and I have to do it
Why
again.
would you put yourself through that hell?
Because I put myself through Gex Enter the Gecko, and if I put myself through that, I can't justify not putting myself through that. I think Amy needs to go to this thing, so that's not me. I go. What's here? This is. I think I just have to push buttons. This.
Again, I'll say this music is kind of fire.
Oh, the music has always been good in the adventure games. Music in what's it called? Sonic 06 is also pretty good.
Oh no,
Crisis City is really good.
I know it's good. It's just like if they didn't rush the game.
Yeah.
I honestly think if they just waited like 6 more months.
It's just a thing that Sega does now. They just rush everything.
Same
Like all the stuff they did
now.
with all the stuff that happened with Sonic Origins is because they rushed it. And what's his face? The people that made Sonic Mania, they even said so. They would love to patch the game, but Sega won't let them.
That's so dumb.
It is dumb.
Actually, that reminds me of a skit I saw. It's of Activision, right? And it's like this guy, he's like saying like, wow, did you hear that Microsoft bought us out? Because they just did by Activision.
Oh, where are they supposed to come here? You know where I am?
The Chow Garden.
I'm in the Egg Carrier Chow Garden because I forgot there's more than one.
But
Make me sad.
it was basically like, wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
They should make games. You're a game developing company. Really? Activision doesn't even know what they do anymore. They don't.
What happened to Guitar Hero? Like, have they just given up on
Oh,
making
yeah.
those? Like, I know they made that one Guitar Hero game where they changed the controller so now the buttons are on top of each other. It's supposed to make it more like a real guitar, which basically means if you grew up on Guitar Hero and not a real guitar, you are
You're
not
fucked.
playing this game.
You are screwed.
So, what am I supposed to do here? Entry restricted. That doesn't help me. Maybe I'm supposed to go back outside because I think I have a boss fight now. I'm supposed to fight.
That's the
Chaos
one thing I've heard
5
about
or
Sonic
something.
Adventure. It doesn't really tell you where to go.
I mean, the little clues, the little hint balls, you know, to Cal's thing. If you can find her, it's helpful. But if you can't remember where to go, then you gotta Google shit. The monorail is out of service. Alright, so I think I know what I do. There we go. Should take me back outside.
Keyword should.
And I think there's a boss battle now.
Is there?
Because this is one of those games where I think I remember all the beats and when they happen. I'm thinking there's a boss battle with a version of Chaos now. I think it's Chaos 5 or 6. I can't remember how many emeralds he's got now. Well, there's Amy. Now his mouth.
Look
doesn't
at that
move.
look at that model for Eggman. Holy crap!
Stole the bird. Why are you gonna steal the bird? Oh, because it was holding a Chaos Emerald the whole time.
How dare you, Amy, care about the bird and not the emerald?
Don't you know that the MacGuffins are more important than the wildlife?
Gamma.
Gamma's a robot.
What is your wish, Master Robotnik?
And now,
Where's Omega?
Omega comes after him. Both canonically and alphabetically.
Well, I knew that, but I just know
Nah,
about
yeah,
Omega.
This is the precursor to Omega. So this is where they got all the designs from.
Okay.
And
I
now-
do like the design from it. I do like that they kept the design that they put in for Omega for Heroes. That's the design they're sticking with.
Yeah.
He's bulkier and
Well, he's got arms and fingers.
he's not just this lengthy,
Yeah.
weird robot.
And he doesn't have a time limit.
And also Sonic doesn't look like he's like staring at him like, why am I so pissed?
After this fight, I think I unlock his story, and all that will be left to unlock will be Big the Cat's story. And I don't remember what cues
That's it?
that. Yeah, the boss battles are kind of ass for the most part. Unless you're fighting Eggman himself in, like, his last form. That's kind of it. Most of the boss
What
battles
the heck?
against the other characters are terrible.
That was, you hit him 3 times.
Yes, I
What
did.
is this, a Mario game?
It is. You didn't know?
I didn't realize it. I guess it was just Splash Sonic on top of it.
That's right. This is just Mario 64. I mean, clearly, controls are so tight, and the levels. All of a sudden,
Oh wait, no, the one that helped him was Omega,
what? Who?
right?
Omega wasn't. Omega is basically in hibernation at this point in the story. I believe he gets woken up at some point after Sonic Adventure 2. It's like when Rouge breaks into Eggman's facility to find the air quote clone of Shadow or robot version of Shadow or whatever Shadow is supposed to be in Sonic Heroes.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and I think he was like,
I love the convolutedness of it.
yeah, I never really figured out what Shadow was supposed to be. Maybe the new
weapon.
Maybe the new movie will.
Oh god.
Maybe the new movie will bring Black Doom into it, and we'll get alien shit.
I hope not.
Oh, I really hope so.
I really don't, because I don't
I
want
want
Black
to
Doom
hear
anywhere near
Shadow.
my Shadow.
I want to hear Shadow cussing up a storm, and he should be voiced by Jaleel White.
Well, I think he already has a voice actor.
He does. Oh, okay.
I
Can we
think.
know-
Hold on. Shadow.
I'm not
Yeah.
paying attention to where I'm going.
Well, I should probably do Sonic Shadow, not just Shadow Movie VA.
Recovery system activated.
Okay. See, if I had actually paid attention during the cutscenes, I'd probably know where I'm supposed to come in. Can I go in there?
Let's see. So that's who gave him the edgy voice back in the day.
Oh, back in the game.
Kirk Thornton.
Yeah, that does sound familiar. What else has he done?
Well, no, he's in Sonic Boom. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
He also played. Oh no, he played all the old Sonic stuff too. He also played a bunch of Naruto characters. He played Gabumon and Digimon.
That's where I've heard the voice before. Okay. Go back in here.
He also played that sun guy from Bobobo. I love that show so much.
I've only seen like one clip of it because I was making this game with just like sort of
Do
like.
you know what the funniest thing about it is?
Yeah.
The English dub makes it better.
Makes it better.
Do you know why? It hypes up the campiness and the randomness to 11. Just with the dialogue.
Usually with American voice actors dubbing comedic anime, it usually does make it
Campier?
campier, yeah. Whether that makes it better, I don't know, but I can imagine.
I remember watching Bobobo as a kid, and
Okay.
there was literally one scene that I always have in my head from that show. Fist of the Nose. They're like facing these guys and these robot frogs, and he uses his Fist of the Nose hair to do an illusion that they were late for school. And they're like, "Oh crap, we're late for school!" And they like run into the illusion building. And it's like, "Wait a minute, I graduated a long time ago." It kind of reminds me of that joke that you're like, "Oh, I have school." Oh wait, I graduated. I'm a teacher! I'm sorry if I'm talking too much.
You are not talking too much. Normally, I am like dead silent through some of this when I'm just trying to figure shit out. So filling the air with sound is good. What was that shit?
It was a robot.
Shouldn't be robots here. Should be little furry animals.
But there's all robots here.
There are little furry animals. They're just in the robots.
Yeah,
Can I
exactly.
kill 'em? I can't kill them. They won't let me kill the robots.
Exactly. They're good robots.
Alright, so let's go to the captain's room. I better not just be where the Chow Garden was again. There was a teleport platform in there. I'm gonna do it anyway. And land on the thing. There we go. Egg. And what? Did I miss a G? I missed a G.
Yeah.
I used to be an English teacher, you know.
Did you?
Yes,
I
I did. I have questions.
I have a lot of questions on how you can't spell egg.
I thought it was Edgeman.
You know what? I'd love to see an edgy Eggman.
If they
Although
if they ever
technically,
replace Jim Carrey. No, this is
well,
not
I think they have to.
That's the thing. He says he's air
Retired.
quotes retiring, but he says
But
if a
with
script
actors,
comes
you never
by,
know.
Yeah, I think if a good enough script comes by, he'll do it again. He seems to be enjoying himself in the Sonic movies. So if the script is good enough, I think he'll
The
come
Sonic
back.
movies, I have to admit, like they were so like unironically good.
No.
Especially that scene. It's the famous one for that for the first movie. Like he's literally in the ship, and he's like, "Well, I wasn't expecting that, but I was expecting not to expect it, so it doesn't count." Do you know what movie scared me as a child? The Grinch.
The Jim Carrey
The
one?
Jim Carrey one.
I think that was his intention. He was trying to scare people a little bit.
And have you seen have you seen his face? Like he can do that like Grinch face on command.
Yes, I have
And
seen
it's
him
scary as
Yeah,
heck.
I have seen
You're like,
him do it.
how does your face mold like that?
Yeah.
Like, how do you have that much control over your facial structure?
Practice. You ever see his old stand-up?
Yes, I have.
Yes, yeah.
I also remember
his shit on In Living Color, freaking Fire Marshal Bill.
Fire Marshal Bill. I was just about to bring him up. That's such a good thing. Let me tell you something.
Yep.
Fire is a great insulator.
The captain's room's not in there. Maybe it's in here. There's a door I didn't see before. Ooh, I see the method there as
If
well.
you turn this switch on, rings will appear on the floor.
Okay, yeah, captain's probably up there.
Ready? I remember watching the Game Grumps play this game.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this one thing where he had to do that and like get through, like he had to push a button and get through an opening door that he hit a button for, and he had to get through the rings and get through the door at the same time, and he just could not do it for like 10 minutes. And all I could hear was "Ready, go," and they were just mocking him. Oh,
He just kept going.
just kept going. Aaron Hansen is like, holy crap, he's funny.
Mm.
Well, that's definitely
Oh, the button's behind it. So, okay, I just gotta time it right. Got a chair. Button. There we go. And cutscene time. It's a transformer.
Oh my god, it really is.
And it just transformed into a ship with no wings.
Well, now, here's my thing about like it transforming. How does that not affect its flight pattern?
That's a good question. Because there didn't seem to be any other, like, propulsion system.
Like, if there's propulsion underneath the hull, fine, you got me there. But, like, if it's using those wings, like, and it just, like, as you're transforming, you can't just have something that much changing for an aircraft.
Yeah, here's the boss battle.
Oh, yay.
Here's the boss battle. And this is where we see Big the first time. I don't know if it unlocks his story.
Oh my god, I hate Big.
I hate him so much, too. Because it's fucking fishing. Why would you put that in a Sonic game?
Why would you put that
And
in
make it
Dreamcast?
mandatory to get the final ending.
I know,
too.
right?
Like, how many emeralds does he have? He's got 4.
Oh no!
I think this is 5.
Not again!
I don't know.
I want to see someone, like, okay, that's one video I'm gonna have to show you sometime. There's a YouTuber named SnapCube.
SnapCube.
Who has made a... Shut the...
Froggy!
It's Froggy!
Froggy is not only just, he has a tail that's part of Chaos, but he, I think, has swallowed a Chaos Emerald. Probably.
Probably.
Maybe.
But no, Snap...
How else is he integral to the plot?
You know, you're not wrong.
You won't get away with
Look, what is your jaw? Are you dislocating your jaw?
And you know,
every time you
I've
speak?
changed the voices in Japanese before, and
Does it
it
help?
still doesn't match.
It doesn't.
It doesn't help.
It doesn't help
It
at all.
doesn't help at all. It's the same.
But is the voice acting a little better?
A little bit.
A little bit.
It's 6, so he has 6 emeralds here. I think he has to get frozen by some shit.
I'm surprised.
Eggman dropped something. I'm supposed to throw it in his mouth. And just didn't see where he dropped it. I gotta follow it. There it is.
I think you have to wait till.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, you just have to throw it at him. I thought you had to wait till his mouth was open.
Yeah, so did I.
You just have to hit
That would
this,
make sense.
Just throw it at him, and then freezing, and then... What, do you actually have to hit him?
No, you just have to freeze him. What did you
just
think?
I thought you had to freeze him, then hit him.
Didn't you know the power of 6 Chaos Emeralds was
Freeze it, then cut it. Do I have to do everything for you?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit, and I throw it in his face. And I have no rings now. Give me the ring, give me the ring. There we go. I don't think I've ever seen him do this before. He's just standing there now, he's just chilling. Chilling, you get it? Because
yeah,
I bumped, so I did that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There we go, he ate it. And there we go. Got one more. Please tell me there are still rings left somewhere.
Nope.
Hey, there we go, rings! There we go, I should be it.
And that's dead.
Oh, you do have to hit him, okay.
Oh, you do? Holy crap.
Okay, I guess because I was so close to him when I hit him before.
Well, I mean,
just
you
didn't
just
get
kept
him.
jumping, so like this
Yeah,
thing.
that's probably what happened. Bink, 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 bink. I think Lost World is next.
Oh, yay.
That one's fun.
Is it, though?
No, it's not. It's awful. It's,
I bet.
it's arguably the worst of Sonic's action stages. Final Egg is pretty cool. It's probably a little bit harder than Lost World, but at least it's fun. Lost World, you have to climb up walls and garbage.
Do you know what levels I always hated while playing Sonic games? It was like the Casino Eggman levels. Because it was always chance-based.
Yeah,
And it's like there's no method or rhyme to get like higher grades. You just have to be lucky.
Yeah, just keep doing it over and over again. In this game, Casinopolis, basically the main mission Sonic has to do is collect 500 rings and bring them to the vault.
And then you just have to keep...
You keep doing the damn slot machine or the Nights into Dreams pinball machine, which is even worse because you have to get some kind of like poker hand or something to get a good amount of rings. The only thing you could really hope for is that when you lose the pinball machine, you fall into the sewer. There's a shit ton of rings down there. And you just gotta don't get hit when you get out of the sewer.
Right? But no, the thing with... That reminds me of like with the old Pokemon games when you could go to the game corner. It was always more profitable just to buy the damn
Just to buy the coins, exactly, yeah.
I hate Eggman.
You do?
Where's this?
I could not
What do
tell,
you mean,
Sonic.
what do you mean, where's this? Oh, it's another part of the forest you haven't seen yet.
And this is going to randomly become a spaceship.
I think so.
That'd be hilarious. I know that happens in Sonic 2. The pyramid has a rocket in it.
It does have a rocket. I don't even remember this part. I remember...
Oh, hey, it's like in Echidna.
I remember something to do with this temple, but I don't know why it's shaking now. Because the Master Emerald wasn't even in there, so it's not that.
I forget this. Is the Master Emerald just all 6 Chaos Emeralds, or is it its own separate entity?
It's its own separate entity in the games anyway. The way they've established it in the movie is that it was a vessel to contain the Chaos Emeralds, and now it's a separate entity, but in the games it's always been...
The Master Emerald,
yeah,
the Chaos Emeralds.
Chaos Emerald, yeah.
Okay.
And starting in this game, it was established that the Master Emerald had the power to neutralize the Chaos Emeralds.
Oh, and then someone broke it.
And then somebody broke it.
I'm looking at you, Knuckles.
And that's what, well, I don't know if it's Knuckles that did it in this game, but he kind of did it in the second.
He did!
Like, Robotnik was trying to steal it, and then he went after it and, like, punched it, and then it broke. I'm already in Lost World. There's no, like, hub world shit I gotta do before I get here? Alright. Alright. Fine.
Have fun with that.
It's okay. I mean, I made it sound probably worse than it actually is. It's just...
It's
there's,
a Sonic game.
there's water in it.
It's
Why
a
do you put
Sonic
water in my levels? I don't want
You know
water.
what the funniest thing about it is? When it comes to like water levels, you know like how they always say like Zelda has like some of the...
Oh god, Zelda, forget it. Link to the Past alone. I'm not even thinking about Ocarina of Time right now. Just because
You
the
know what the funniest
freaking
thing about it is?
water level in
The
that was
only
so bad.
game I've ever played of Zelda, like, truly played,
Uh,
is Breath of the Wild.
yeah.
I've tried playing Ocarina of Time, I've tried playing Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess is a hard one to get into. Because if you're not, like, him and following Zelda games up to that point, that's kind of a hard one to get into. Because there's a lot of stuff that's referential to other games.
Oh, no, it is.
There's not a lot in it that's strictly its own, aside from, like, the core mechanic of him turning into a wolf.
You know what? I always thought that, like, one of the best games, if you want to get into Zelda, like, just to know, like, the feel of a Zelda game,
Yeah.
would be, what's it called? Not Skyward Sword, the
Wind Waker?
Wind Waker, thank you.
Yeah, that was the first Zelda game I played.
I didn't realize this, but Wind Waker was a botch at the, like, when it first was.
It didn't do well.
It did not do well at all.
I think I just have to run, right? I don't have to, like, jump on shit, right? I just have to run because the water's rising with the snake, so I just wait till it reaches the top and then just jump off the head when I get to the platform, right? Right?
Is there a limited air supply?
Yes, there is.
Oh, God.
At least he's not under the water for very long. The camera is being kind of douchey right now. Silence! I kill you!
Don't
Why
close
is she
Jeff
barking?
Maybe someone came in the door.
Nobody came to the door, I locked it. Hold on a second, let me find out.
Okay, I'll get on your way.
It's because she probably wants to come up the stairs and she's got the collar.
I guess this is my show now.
Oi! Oi!
So, hi, how are all you? Oh, shit. Oh, what are these? Ooh. Haha!
Free estimates on windows and walls.
Is someone...
Yeah, it was somebody there saying, we're in your neighborhood to do free estimates on windows.
Uh,
When's a
go-
good time to do that?
Never.
Never.
How about I throw these at you and will be
Oh
your
no,
estimate?
not my kunai that came with my Renaissance Fair gauntlets.
There's your evaluation.
There you go.
Oh, did I ever tell you? My mom got screwed when I was younger, mostly because I was a dumb kid.
Uh-huh.
We had, keep in mind, this was like the early 2000s.
Uh-huh.
We had and we live in a neighborhood that's like out of the way.
Yeah.
A walk-up salesman for a vacuum cleaner.
A vacuum cleaner.
Yes. If you ever want to look up the brand, it's called a Kirby vacuum from the 2000s.
Kirby, okay.
It's like, it was one of the, like, the new things with the vacuum, so it has a bunch of different attachments for the head and the, like, everything like that. It is the most complicated, convoluted vacuum I have ever seen. And my mother was, like, just so blown away that someone came up to our house to be a salesman.
Yeah.
And I was, like, buying into all of his crap because I was a kid. My mom bought it.
That's nice.
We still have it.
Does it work?
God, if I know. We never used it.
Oh.
It was that. What did I just tell you? It's so damn complicated.
Now, can I reach that
No, you-
platform?
What you do
without
is you go into the snake.
going on the snake.
No, there's no way. Try it. You'll
I don't-
die.
I know. I don't want to. We're gonna have to do everything again. I'll wait for the fucking snake. I see you. I see you there. Oh, shit. Nope. Now I'm dead anyway. Let me see. How far down does it actually go? Is it a pit? It's a pit. Okay, good. So I don't have to, like, climb my way back up again. Struggling to... Hey, what the fuck?
Oh, hey, hi.
Hey, an enemy spawned right on top of you.
Seems fair.
Do this garbage again. See, this is why I don't like this level.
Doesn't look too.
It's just this part, really, that's the problem. Everything else is kind of okay. I think I'm more
Well, like,
remembering Knuckles'
it's kind
version
of like,
it. Because Knuckles' version of it's also pretty bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, because I remember, like, the big thing with, should I close this door?
Yeah.
The big thing with, like, Sonic 06 is that, like, the first level you have is, like, with that orca.
Yeah.
It has great presentation. If it didn't have the glitches, it'd actually be fairly decent.
Yeah. I actually really like the story in 06, aside from the implied bestiality.
I'm indifferent to it. I don't really care.
Who am I to kink shame Princess Elise?
No, the only person who is free to kink shame people is if they have a kink for kink shaming.
That's funny.
Then again, I think that's just called a racist.
That's just called a racist. Okay. Oh shit. 2 buttons. Why are there Why are there more things lit up now than there were before?
Because you did something right this time.
That's usually the answer. Okay, and now we're back here again. Wow, that was a lot faster than I thought it would be. Okay.
Then just wait.
I don't want to have patience. I want to be impatient. Oh shit, oh he's spinning around this way. And then the camera. And then the enemies that I can't hit without damaging myself. Oh my god, I actually hit him without damaging myself.
I'm so proud of you. Oh god, why? Why would you do that?
I don't know. But I used the homing attack on those, I didn't know. This, you can
jump high!
Yeah. Yeah, like completely out of the water. So, alright. That gives me a chance to get these rings. Nice.
You're running out of air there, bud.
That's alright. I'll be okay.
I don't need oxygen. Who needs oxygen? I have pure nitrogen by my side.
That's right.
Do you know what I've been watching recently?
What?
Reviews on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from 03.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like that the 4Kids show, which was a lot darker than I remember.
Shredder was an alien or some shit?
Shredder was like, so their version of like the Krang was the Uglon.
The Utron.
The Utron, yeah.
Utron, yeah.
And he was, well no, there's 2 different Shredders.
Oh yeah, there was the human one and there was the Utron Shredder, right?
Yes.
Okay,
there was the magic one and then the one that we had at the beginning, which was the Utron one.
Yeah.
And like, there was like because I was watching the reviews and everything, like, this show got dark for, like, considering all the stuff that 4Kids censored, I'm surprised they got away with some of this stuff. Like, there's literally an episode where Dr. Spockman, the one who made the Mousers.
Oh, Stockman.
Sorry.
Stockman, yeah.
Whatever.
Baxter, yeah.
Baxter Stockman.
Yeah.
He literally is like there's a running joke where the Shredder is just dismembering him. Like, every time...
What?
No. The first time the first time he's actually working under Shredder, and he fails.
Yeah.
The next scene you see him in the show, he has lost an eye, has a metal arm, and has a floating chair because he has no legs.
So he's Nebula.
No.
You get it?
I get it.
You get the joke?
It's funny.
Because that's what happened to Nebula in
every time he
MCU,
literally 4Kids
the
made a Nebula before Nebula was a thing.
That's right. I don't think that's what happens to Nebula in the comics.
No.
But that's what they did in the movies, and that's all that matters now because nobody reads.
I like the comics.
Oh, I didn't say the comics were bad. I just said nobody reads.
Like, I didn't know this.
The education system is built
I know this because I'm a diehard Venom fan. Venom became the god of symbiotes.
Yes, he did. The king of the eye.
And I love it. Because you've seen Mike's Venom jacket. Like, I love that.
Venom jacket.
It's literally just a jacket that has, like, comic strips of, like, comic panels of Venom just talking smack.
I wanted that. This. And then that lights up. And I'm gonna go this way.
But no, back to like, no, every time you see him, like, there's a
he's
one
missing
point,
some part of his body.
And then and then there's one point where there's like this metal spider thing that Shredder's like using to reconnaissance stuff. It opens up and it's just his head. And then top it all off, after he fails that time, He is in a back-to-tank looking Star Wars thing, and it's just his brain.
Just his brain.
And a single eyeball attached to it via a vein.
That's disgusting. Why have you done this to me for kids?
But no, back
and you
to...
censored Don Zalug's pistols? How could you do this?
Yeah, you censored Don Zalug's pistols, but
you give me dismembered Baxter Stockman.
No, there's an episode that they made. They never aired on air. It's only on DVDs.
Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh? Or
No. We're talking about Baxter Stockman still.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Where he's like working. Okay, Shredder is gone. He's been dealt with.
He's been dealt with.
And he's working for Agent Bishop.
Agent Bishop. Okay, the name sounds familiar. Go ahead.
He's basically this. Long story short, Agent Bishop is a Civil War soldier that got abducted by aliens and given immortality, but his body is biodegrading, and he has to keep like fixing it.
What the fuck, turtles? Oh shit! Why am I feeling I'm not supposed to?
And then so he tells him about his method of getting like how he renews his body and everything.
Yeah.
And Baxter's like, "Ooh, I can use that technology to give me back my body." Sounds fair. And he had no ill will or anything. Like, this was just to get him in his body. He gets his body. He's like, "Oh wow, I'm back. I'm better than ever." His body. They literally show his skin falling off his body. And, like, he's, like, slowly turning green and everything. And he's, like, hammering a nail into his skin to, like, fix it and everything. This was, like, the most graphic thing I've ever seen in a 2003 cartoon.
That sounds grim as fuck.
And it was awesome!
I mean... Yeah.
I mean, I love the Turtles for that reason. And then the 010 Nickelodeon show was dark, too.
Was it?
Oh, it was dark as heck.
Did they kill Donatello?
The final episode is literally the final episode. The world blew up. Armageddon, like Mad Max style.
Okay. So literally the world blew up.
Literally the world blew up. Donatello's consciousness is in a robot because his body was completely destroyed.
So his body... They did kill Donatello. Okay.
Yeah, they did, but he's not dead.
He's not dead.
He's not dead. Leo got double mutagened, so he lost his mind and thought he was the ruler of the Badlands until his brothers found him and reminded him who he was.
I can't. I don't have my laptop. Did you say he has or doesn't have his laptop?
I said he doesn't.
What's the matter? You okay? Oh, it was some traveling salesperson that's just doing estimates on.
Oh, I did say he does. Oops.
It was a typo. It's all right.
I didn't realize you could do that with the Alexa.
Yeah. What?
Oh, hi.
Oh. I'm playing, he's watching, and talking about how dark the Ninja Turtles cartoons have gotten.
They have! I've been watching reviews, they're so bad!
So bad. Okay, I guess I'm just supposed to jump across here. What happened? Oh, I'm sure you've seen the 87 Turtles.
Oh, I've seen the 87 Turtles, yeah.
Yeah.
Shredder's a gag villain. He's an idiot. There's literally a episode where in the 08 Nickelodeon show, the 80s Turtles comes to the
I saw that one. That one I saw.
And Bebox and Rocksteady in the 08 cartoon were considered geniuses to Shredder. He's like, we should make a partnership. And you're like, wow, these guys are idiots.
There it goes. Oh shit. You saw that? You saw that?
I did.
I landed on my toes. Alright. Okay. Bah. I wasn't supposed to come all the way over here, was I?
Probably not. This reminds me of Morty's gym.
Morty's gym.
The Johto gym leader, ghost gym leader.
Oh, Morty! Oh, yeah, because of the
The
shadows.
lamps and everything.
Yeah. Okay, I was supposed to come here. Here we go.
Which, by the way, that was such a bullcrap. All the Johto gyms sucked.
They did. Most of them didn't even have Johto.
That's what I mean. They don't even have Johto Pokemon. There was literally Misdreavus,
That was it.
and he could have had that.
And you can't even catch Misdreavus till post-game.
Exactly.
And they didn't even, like, made him, like, dark, because all the dark Pokemon also couldn't be caught till post-game. Except, technically, I think Umbreon. Can you get Eevee
Yes, you can.
before Kanto?
Yes, Bill gives it to you in Goldenrod.
Oh, it's Goldenrod. Oh, that's right. Yes. Okay. So technically, that would be the only
And
dark
also,
type you could get.
Wendy's Milk Tank is bullshit.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Of course it is. Everyone.
But
has
you know
something.
there's an easy method that just no one wants to use to beat it.
There's some Chop you can trade for.
Well, no, there's something even better.
What?
Rocky. The Onyx.
The Onyx, yeah.
The Onyx
yeah,
you get.
Well, my last Soul Silver playthrough I did, that's what I ended up doing. I ended up using
Because
Onyx.
he resists all of her attacks. The only thing that's wrong with Onyx,
He's slow,
no,
and he has a lower attack stat than Pidgey.
he has a 20. How does, in the show, we see Brock's Onyx literally mollywop Ash's Pikachu.
That's right.
And he has 20 base attack stat? Are you high?
That's right.
This giant rock snake that is like the size of a house.
It's the power of Kaiba's voice actor. That's what.
You know what?
What it is.
Facts. I love Brock. That the fact he is Brock.
That's right. And now the camera just does what it wants.
Also, I find it hilarious. Any person that is played by either the English voice actor of Kaiba or the Japanese voice actor of Kaiba,
Yeah.
any character they play, they always make a reference of, he has 3 dragons! I special summon 3 blue-eyes white dragons! And they'll find like the one character that represents, like,
The dragons.
has white hair and blue eyes, and just summon them.
That's funny.
Because I knew that because in one of the mobile games I play, he literally plays Sigurd from Norse mythology.
Yeah.
And there's literally a character that's just this tiny little white-haired girl with blue eyes. And she's like wearing all this like winter outfit, and he's like, these are now all my children.
I don't know if I need to come up here, but I'm up here, so I might as well grab that thing. Or, you know,
Or, you
that
know,
can
you could
happen,
just
You
not.
know, I could just, yeah, alright, whatever, fuck it.
Or you could just not.
I'm supposed to do something with those panels on the wall there, so I gotta push these buttons.
Oh, back
Yeah.
to what I was saying about the 2008 show. No, you know the character Leatherhead,
Leatherhead, yeah.
the crocodile.
The crocodile, the bullshit crocodile character from Turtles in Time, yes, I do know.
But in this show, he's actually very, very sad character. So in this,
They made Leatherhead a tragic character?
They made him Leather in both the 03 and 2008. They made him super tragic.
Oh, really? What did they do?
So in the 08 version, so the Utron, not the Utrons, the Krang,
The crying people.
the Krang have their own dimension.
Yeah. Is it called Dimension X or is it called
Yes,
something?
it's
Dimension X.
It's
okay.
Dimension X.
Alright.
And in the show, they basically find out because they're all the turtles were going to the Dimension X.
Yes.
One of them jokingly pushes Mikey in, and they like 2 seconds. They're like, "Oh, okay, we'll follow him." Mikey was there for 10 hours.
In Dimension X for 10 hours?
Yes.
Is
Well,
that-
they were just there
Okay.
for when they just pushed him in 2 seconds ago.
Oh. So that's how Dimension X works?
It works like its time is completely different from ours. Leatherhead.
Was there for like 20 years or something? Oh,
No, Leatherhead.
Yeah.
Keep in mind how long I just said that was.
Yeah.
Or it was like either 4 or 10 hours.
Something like that, yeah.
Something around those hours. Something ridiculous.
Uh-huh.
Leatherhead was like sacrificed himself while like trying to protect the turtles by going into Dimension, like beating a creature back into Dimension X.
Yes.
He was there for 3 months.
Oh, Jesus.
And he was like, his skin was gray. He's like he got old. Like old.
I mean, is he a crocodile or an alligator?
He's
Like, it actually makes a difference.
I think alligator.
I'm just being pedantic about it.
I know you're being pedantic. I think
He lives in the sewer, so are there alligators or crocodiles?
I think he's an alligator. I think he's an
Alligators?
alligator.
Okay.
I think he's an alligator in this version.
He does speak with, like, a Louisiana accent
No.
in the show. In the original show, he did.
In the original show, yes, because I remember the original show. He was
Does
like,
he have an accent at all in this?
kind of. It's more of like a bestial accent. Like he's like, he has like a growl in his voice.
Okay, but he doesn't sound like he's from any part of the United States.
No. He
Not that
sounds
kind of
normal. He
voice.
just sounds like he's a creature.
Just a creature voice. Okay.
Yeah, like not even like. It's not even like he has like a distinct accent or like he doesn't speak in broken tongue. He's actually quite articulate.
Right.
But it's not like he's like,
How dare you give depth to Leatherhead?
yeah. But like, and then Spike. Oh my God, what they did to Spike was kind of messed up.
What did they do to Spike?
So Spike in the original thing was like in the original show was like just this turtle that like they mutagized to like fight the turtles, like
Is
Shredder.
his name Spike or Slash?
Oh no, it was Slash. Thank you, Slash.
Because that I remember. Like it's Spike. Oh no, it's
Well,
a
no, the
character.
reason I
it's
called
a
him-
character I don't know about, but I have to pretend I know about to pursue this conversation.
No, it's Slash.
It's Slash. That's
But
right.
no. The reason why I said it is because
What they do to him?
so he was originally a snapping turtle
Yes.
who was flushed down the toilet
Yes.
by his owner.
Okay.
Raph found him
Uh huh.
and became his pet,
Oh.
and it was super cute. He would basically, because Raph is
Yeah.
always like bad with emotions. He would
Right.
just vent to Spike.
Yeah.
Well, they had a vat of mutagen,
As you do.
as you do, because they found it, and Spike ate it, and he became a monstrous,
Monstrous.
like
thing.
not even like not really like monstrous, but just like gigantic compared to the rest.
What's supposed to do that? It's thinking.
Oh,
It's like, oh no, he finished the level.
we didn't think he would do that.
Like, how could you do this? I
No,
can't believe you
but
did this.
he became like giant compared to the rest of the turtles. He was bulky,
Yeah.
and he like because he heard all these stories from the turtles, he hated the other turtles, and he was like almost playing this like demon, like like the demon on the shoulder thing for Raph, saying like you're too good for them. They're not good. They keep holding you back,
Uh huh.
and like this whole thing. And then at some point, Raph's like, I like my brothers, and like he literally just finds a mace and just starts beating the shit out of Raph.
Oh my god. Shit got dark.
It did, and they were like,
Why would you do this to my Ninja Turtles? They're supposed to eat pizza and have parties.
although there is one thing I do like about the newest series, the cartoon one,
The Nickelodeon one or the?
not the 2008 one, the one after that,
Okay, yeah, the one.
the one that they're making a movie for.
Okay.
They're currently
I think,
making.
yeah, I think I do hear about that.
This place.
The thing I like about it is that the turtles are all different species of turtles.
Ooh. Well, that's clever.
Yeah, because like
That.
because okay, so you know how like Donnie's like the tech guy? He's
Yeah.
a soft shell turtle, so he has a tech backpack for a shell.
That's clever. I like that.
Here, I'll show you a picture of them.
Yeah, I don't see that.
They're all like different turtles.
That's
TMNT. Hold on. What is it? What is it called?
Paramount has them, right?
No, I think Nick.
Well, yeah, Nickelodeon's owned by Paramount.
Oh, yeah. So Paramount should have it. Hold on.
It's just like TMNT, Paramount, whatever.
I'm looking. I'm
year, I guess. That one's.
I'm waiting for my thing to load. I forget because like if I look up Paramount, it shows the 2008 version,
Yeah, that's
the
right.
CGI.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
What is it? Cartoon. Hold on. I think I know what to do. Movie 2022. Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Rise of the Turtles.
Which, by the way, that show
I
slaps.
think I'm dreaming.
The show, the new
It's
show.
the new show. Not a lot of people like it because it's very out of the norm for them,
Yeah.
for the Turtles, but it's like, it's good. It's
good.
funny.
It's good.
The main thing that people don't like about it is that some of the characters are, they changed the norm because 5 things have changed.
Five things. Only 5. All right.
Raph is the leader.
So they pulled a Tommy with the Power Rangers.
Kind of, but not in the same way you think. they make Leo into in this one he's played by the guy who plays Sonic in the new movies.
Mm-hmm.
So he's playing like this sassy character, like this sassy kind of character, like just sarcasm he's sarcasm incarnate.
He is sarcasm incarnate.
They gave the turtles different weapons, not too different, but different. Like
just different. So
like they're
what?
magical weapons. Like Raph has Tampas instead of.
I was gonna say they gave him Tonfas instead of sides. Okay.
But the reason they did that is because the energy, like he can make energy, like he can project his body into like an energy being.
Ooh. Okay.
Leo has a single sword, but he can throw it.
Yeah.
And teleport to it.
Huh.
Or create portals just in general.
That's pretty cool.
Mikey has this weird like thing. It's kind of like a nunchuck, but instead of having it has one end that's a nunchuck, and the other that has a ball that sets on fire and is alive.
And it's alive.
Yes, it can bite into things.
So we have a sentient.
Donnie
weapon.
does not have a magic weapon because science.
Science.
He has a bow staff made of steel that can do so much crap.
I think they were gonna do something like that for Donatello.
And there was this running joke that he had like this, hey, what about that drill, Donnie? Like they kept bringing up this drill project he had.
Yeah.
And on the final episode, he's like, I'm ready for my project. He hits the thing, the drill, it's a giant drill that pops up behind him and causes explosions behind them. He's like, oh cool, what does it do? It's for epic entrances. That's the main problem that they have. They act like actual, like, teenagers.
Has appeared deep in the jungle.
They act like actual, like, dude bro teenagers.
Dude bro teenagers.
Like, all of them have, like, their own specific quirks.
Yeah.
But they're all kind of that same energy. But to me, it's like, yeah, they grew up in the same environment. They're gonna bounce off each other like that. They're brothers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, fine. I got the picture.
You got the picture?
Yeah, I got the picture. So, and they made April black.
That's cool.
No, I like that.
That's nice.
Here's a picture of them.
Ah, yes. Okay. Yeah, I think I've seen this before. Yes.
It's
And
good.
they made Raph the leader. That's cool.
Well, they gave Raph, instead of having, like, anger issues, he just has, like, issues. Just regular issues.
Because he's got issues.
Donnie has daddy issues.
Donnie has daddy issues.
Donnie has daddy issues.
What kind of daddy issues?
Where he's always seeking the approval of Splinter.
Oh, okay.
And Splinter's kind of a dillhole.
He's always kind of... It depends on which version of it you're looking at, but yeah, they're all kind of in...
Well, no, he's... Okay, so in this version, he so you know, like, how the story is, like, in the original, like, comics,
Yeah.
he was a guy that was mutant and that was transformed into a rat man.
Yes.
So that's how he is in this series.
Yes.
But in this story, his family, his entire family bloodline, were like these protectors of the Shredder artifacts. The Shredder is like an entity that's like been sealed away because all the parts of his armor have been scattered throughout the world.
Uh-huh.
And the main villain, I forget his name, he's like gathering them together to put the armor set to gain the Shredder's power, but he doesn't know there's an entity in it. If that makes sense.
It does.
But he like this guy is like this super powerful like scientist dude.
Yeah.
Like he's like super smart. He made the turtles. He transformed Splinter into what he is.
Yeah.
But the main reason he without getting into like spoiler territory, basically Splinter, when he was a human, he was able to became like this super like powerful like ninja master with like magic powers and everything.
Yeah.
And he was in the Battle Nexus.
The
Like,
Battle Nexus.
You know what the Battle Nexus is, right?
It sounds familiar.
It's basically like a dimensional, a separate dimension place that, like, it's just a coliseum, basically.
So it's like, I guess Warworld would be
Kind of.
like that.
Kind of.
Warworld was DC, right?
Yes.
That's the okay, yeah.
But no, he was like he was trapped there in the Coliseum, and he just was undefeated. Period. It was you watch the. I highly recommend watching it because if you like the Ninja Turtles, it's hilarious. Like don't watch it if you want something serious, watch 03 or 08. But if you just want a fun show that kind of hits hard, like gives you a hard emotional punch every now and then, watch that.
Watch that one.
It's so good, in my opinion. And I'm glad it's getting a movie that's the main villain is the Krang.
It's gonna be Krang?
It's confirmed to be the Krang.
Oh, that's cool.
But I will say this, there's only one redeeming thing for the Ninja Turtles for the live action movies. The Michael Bay ones.
Yeah.
The elevator scene. Have you seen that?
I've seen both of them. Was the elevator scene in the first one or the second one?
It's the first one. It's the one where like they're literally all four brothers are just in the elevator waiting to go up, and they're like just getting ready for battle, and then Mikey just starts hitting his nunchucks together, and they just start being brothers.
That I remember. Yes, that I remember.
That was so good. And then 08 kind of took a punch at that. Mikey, they were in an elevator, and Mikey started doing that to like homage to it, and Raph literally punches him in the face. Is like, no. Kind of saying, giving the middle finger to the movie.
Supposed to hit the enemy.
And Rocksteady in the 08 series is a Russian rhino.
Oh, that's cool. I don't know what rhinos live in Russia, but okay.
Well, no, he was just mutantized.
Oh, because he was a Russian guy.
He was a Russian guy. He was a Russian military leader. And he just transformed into a rhino. Is there a bathroom?
There is. There's door to the left.
I hope so. We used the faucet.
We used the faucet. There's a hole in the backyard.
Okay.
Once you get out, it's to the left.
Okay. Again, sorry if I'm talking too much.
You good?
I like talking.
You good? Where the fuck am I going? There's a thing in the forest. There's a building in the forest. I want to say this is not it. This is going to lead me to nothing. Dead end. All right. You know Sonic Adventure? You know? Just gonna keep following the water. I'll see where it goes. So there's 3 ways here. Alright, so this leads to Temple. Temple.
Okay.
I'm afraid to go in here because I'm afraid it's gonna take me right back to fucking Lost World again.
Sonic Mania Plus.
Sonic Mania Plus. It's just Sonic Mania, but you get Ray and Mighty, and there's an extra mode where they remix the levels a little bit.
Fun. Do you know what I remember? Do you know what this reminded me of for some reason?
Oh, the driver demo?
No. Do you know what it reminded me of?
What?
Remember, like, when pizza places used to, like, give out demo CD games and stuff? I remember having those. I remember getting one for, that was in the time for Final Fantasy X. And I was like, wow, this first level for Final Fantasy X is amazing. I hope I can get it one day once I played it. It was actually a really good game, but I was just like, Final Fantasy X kind of didn't meet my expectations. Have you ever played any of the Final Fantasy games?
I played a little bit of Final Fantasy VII.
That's it?
That was it.
I grew up on 8.
You were telling me about that before.
Yeah. It's a weird one to start on because its mechanics are completely different from any Final Fantasy game.
Is it not turn-based?
No. It's turn-based, but the way... Okay, so basically, the way you get it... instead of having magic points, you can gather magic from synthesizing it, or if a monster has it, you can draw magic from them. Like, so basically, say because you know, like, the basic spells, fire, thunder,
time,
a monster could have the ability to use thunder. There's a draw command where you can attempt to draw a set number of spells of thunder. from like 1 to 9.
Yeah.
And then once you draw, it picks a random number and gives you that amount. Now the reason they do that is that you have a max limit of 100, but you can equip those magics to your stats to upgrade them, and certain magics help with certain things better.
Mm-hmm. It's Metal Sonic. He's here.
Oh lord.
Maybe. I think that, like, if you get all the emblems, you get to like play as a metal version of Sonic in the game or something. I think this is supposed to be Mecha Sonic, like one that was in Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah.
Like, that's what that's supposed to be.
It has
the fingers, yeah.
It has the bullet hands. I always loved that from the Dragon Zord from
Power Rangers. Yeah.
Power Rangers. How it had like the rocket fingers. It was always so cool to me.
Yeah. Okay, so one of these lights out puzzle bullshits.
Oh, it's like when you hit one of them, the other two next to it turn off. So no, you hit the other one. Hit.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be here a while.
No, you're not. I can figure it out.
Alright, so where do I go next?
Okay, hit the one at the far right.
All the way over?
All the way over. Alright, now
The one in the middle?
hit the one in the middle. Now do that again on the other side.
Oh.
Do that, and then hit the...
The one at the bottom?
Yeah.
So they'll just do the same thing.
And then, all you have to do is hit... Actually, hold on.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna turn that thing on.
No, it wasn't going to turn that one. Hold on.
There we go.
Oh, then hit the one in the middle.
There
yeah.
we go.
See? I did figure it out eventually.
We did the
figured
same
it out
thing over
together.
there that we did over there.
Exactly.
Video game logic. That's all that
You
was.
learn some stuff when you do puzzles for video games. Did you know? I didn't realize this. If you are like a professional, like tournament level based, like in like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and the Pokemon like video game, like card game, you can get scholarships.
I have heard that about Pokemon. I have heard that.
Because it takes so much like brain power to know
with like numbers and shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So do you think we're gonna get a new evolution with the new game?
I've
heard rumors, yes, and I've heard rumors,
I doubt it. I doubt it because I saw this one video by a guy named Loxton.
Loxton, yeah, I know him.
You like him?
I like Loxton. He's funny.
Have you watched his like Pokemon will end theory videos?
Yes.
Those are so good.
Yes.
Like how he brings alchemy into all that. Like I love it. But no, I saw a video from him basically saying like all the types that like are like cutesy and like you could make like an animal out of.
Yeah.
Have been made. Like, and also he said that all the original
Yes, you can't just.
all of the what's it called? Types.
The types.
That Eevee used, ironically, were all special.
Yes, they're all special types.
So if they would do a Pokemon for, I think they should make another one, like another separate Pokemon that does the rest of the types, but all physical.
So another Pokemon that's not Eevee but has a similar evolution mechanic.
But like, okay.
Before the physical attack.
But what I'm
types
thinking
instead.
is make it more boy-centered. Like,
oh,
because,
I see what you're saying. So, okay, I got you.
So like, because
I know
Eevee is like cutesy and like, yeah, some of its evolutions are cool, but you could see them all as like girl pets. You know what I mean? Not to gender.
No, yeah. I know what you mean.
But like
they have a more
Loxton had a
feminine
really
design.
good one where it's like a basic lizard, and then
Yeah.
it just morphs into different things.
Yes,
as a
I think I remember him talking about that. Yes, that I remember.
That is a really good idea, and I really wish. Although I'm scared with Scarlet and Violet because it's multiplayered.
Well, I mean, Sword and Shield was kind of that. I
No,
mean,
but this one's like open world.
well, yeah, the open world multiplayer.
and then
thing,
with
yeah.
Nintendo Direct, like.
with the Nintendo's
Wi-Fi.
online stuff, their world
And
famous
someone
online
and I saw this
capabilities.
video that someone made me fear for it. Say you are in another person's world, and you see a shiny, and then disconnects. How pissed would you be?
I would be very pissed.
I've only ever found one shiny in my life, and it
I
wasn't even.
found several, but not like shiny hunting. The one time I went shiny hunting,
Yeah.
didn't get it. I mean, admittedly, I was shiny hunting Chansey and Sword.
Oh, what?
But
the,
it was.
What the hell is your problem?
I wanted a legit shiny Chansey because it's green, and I wanted to name it Green Eggs and
That's
Ham.
literally one of the literally.
It's probably the hardest one.
It is the hardest because
Oh no! Did I fall?
there's the chance of not finding it.
Mm-hmm.
There's the chance because it's in the Safari Zone,
Mm-hmm.
and then just the lux of a shiny.
Oh shit. Well, at least in Sword and Shield, you had the Isle of Armor, and they appeared in every single area.
Oh, it's in Isle of Armor.
It's in Isle of Armor. Yeah, they weren't in the regular.
I'm talking about
base
Fire Red and
game.
Leaf Green.
Oh,
that
yeah,
thing
no,
is
yeah.
impossible to get a shiny.
It's probably easier to shiny hunt the thing in Let's Go Pikachu, which I easily could have done.
Yeah, it is.
But I didn't feel like doing that.
Because you can get a catch rate.
Yeah, I couldn't do it, and also I had my Joy-Con was drifting, so you can't really play Let's Go if you've got a drifting Joy-Con.
No.
Unless you disconnect the one that's drifting and just use the one and put the thing there.
Yeah. I really wish for Let's Go they gave an option just to...
Regular, conventional catching mechanics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they were trying something out.
Oh no, I think it's good, and I think
I appreciate
the
the
Let's Go
effort,
series-
but yeah, it would have been nice to get the option.
I think the Let's Go should be its own series, like for all the games and everything. I think that'd be a good move.
I think it probably would have been a better idea to do another one of those rather than doing that Legends Arceus thing. Because
Legends Arceus wasn't bad.
I've heard a lot of reviewers saying that it was actually really, really good. And I heard one particular reviewer that's adamant that it is awful.
It's not.
You know who Verlicify is?
Who?
Verlicify. You ever heard of this guy?
Kinda.
Yeah, and you might have heard of him. Apparently, everyone calls him a contrarian or anything like that. I've seen his gameplay of it. I've seen other people's gameplay of it. I don't disagree with him in the slightest. The game looks terrible. Have you played it?
I played it. It's not bad.
I don't know. It's probably because
okay.
there
I
were
will say it's
ideas that
very
were there.
simple.
Yeah.
It's very simple. I
Yeah.
will say that. But to me, the reason why it works is because it takes the Pokemon formula that we've had for so long
I died.
and just
Running with them.
changes it.
Mhm.
Like, just slightly enough to make it interesting.
I don't know. I personally thought, based on what I haven't played the game myself. Based on what I've seen, I think the Let's Go idea was a better idea that they could have fleshed out a little bit more.
Well, I think honestly, I think they're trying to go into a more open world setting for the Pokemon games.
Yeah,
And I think
it's a good way to
Legends
start it.
was like the beta. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what Verlis called it. He called it a tech demo when it was really marketed as a full game. There was a lot of stuff they could have added, but then chose not to for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really truly open world, from what I'm told.
It's open world.
There's still a lot of on rails stuff in it. Like you are gated.
Well, yeah, you have
in a lot of ways.
You have specific levels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like Breath of the Wild, which I honestly think they could have implemented in Legends Arceus, since they did Breath of the Wild.
Well, that was clearly the inspiration there. It was Pokemon Breath of the Wild. That's what they were going for.
Which I think they might be able to do with Scarlet and Violet.
I think that's really where I think they're going now.
I think they're
That's
trying
the
to.
point
I
of
think
it.
they're trying to like bit by bit make
it
it
that way.
open world, but they're testing the waters with certain things. They're testing, but trying to make like profit at the same time. It's like it's weird. It's this weird balance.
I don't know. I think it's a lot of people are getting like impatient with Pokemon because it's been so long and it's taken them this long to reach an open world game.
Well, to
And
me,
Breath of the Wild did it. What? How many years ago?
holy crap! How long has it been since Breath of the Wild?
I don't know, but I know when it was first announced, I lived in Florida. I lived in Florida. In
Well, no,
2014.
Breath of the Wild I think was announced in.
It was being
13.
it was being developed back then. So the release
I think
of
it
it
came out
was in 2016, 17.
Breath of the Wild release date.
And aside from Breath of the Wild, there have been other, similar RPG games
Oh,
that
yeah.
are open world.
March 3rd, 2017. And it was the game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Which means Nintendo knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's like not hard. It's just the thing with Pokemon is that the fan base is very particular.
Yeah. Very hard to please.
Well, it's like
The
they
the
tried to
Pokemon
implement
fan
a thing.
base.
I can appreciate them for this. In Sword and Shield, originally, they were trying to be like, okay, with these games, only certain Pokemon will be in it because that makes geological sense.
Yes.
But then because there was all the national Dex a-holes,
Yes. The Dexit people.
which fucked that up. So in all the DLCs, you see a lot of Pokemon that
Don't
really
make sense
shouldn't. Like, why the
for that region.
why the fuck is a rock dinosaur Tyrannosaurus Rex in the fucking tundra?
That's a good question. I think there was originally supposed to be some plot point that they never implemented that talked about why all the fossils are just wild Pokemon in that area.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But they
What's
just never
the same thing as
explored
like
it.
what's it called? X and Y. They had a giant power plant.
Yeah.
They were supposed to implement a mythic Pokemon, Volcanion.
Volcanion, yeah.
And they never did anything. And then the Crystal Cave that was supposed to have Magearna. And explain what the Magearna was. And then Hoopa, who is like one of the most coolest designed Pokemon.
It's a Jin.
He's a Jin, and that's
Yeah,
so cool.
Jin Pokemon.
We have 5 Jin Pokemon.
Well, yeah. Oh, you mean Enamorous now?
Enamorous, yeah.
Enamorous.
There's 5. There's not 4, and it's a female.
It's a female.
It's a female Jin. I do like the direction they went with
type?
it.
Fire type?
It's fairy. It's
Fairy.
fairy
Oh,
flying.
fairy. Okay.
Because do you know what they're now? The genies are now based off, right? Their Therian forms are the 4 directions of Chinese mythology.
Really?
Yeah, one's a tiger, one's a dragon, one's a bird, and then
Oh.
one's a turtle.
That's cool.
Right?
Oh, the turtle. That's right.
Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
Like,
I like that.
that's a cool design thing that they just so happen to do. I like that. Like, it works. The only thing it doesn't work with is, like, thematically with the original design of the trio. Because, you know what, the original
The
Thunder
wind,
is...
the thunder, the wind, and the earth.
Well, no, it's supposed to be the... so you know, like, how deserts... There's something called, like, the... I don't remember what it's called, but I remember it's, like, the winds from... The jet stream winds
Yes.
transport...
Oh, shit.
What's it called? The soil and nutrients from, like, Africa all the way to North America and, like, the dust part, like, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's supposed to be their whole cycle. It's supposed to be a cycle
Yes.
that they represent.
Yes.
Not just earth, wind, and thunder, because if that was the case, there would be a water. Which, none of them are water.
That's true.
Which kind of baffles me a little bit.
They never made a water,
I honestly think thunder should have been
water
water.
instead of electric.
Yeah. But
Or
then,
you mean instead of flying?
instead of flying, but then that would...
It
Then
would
the cloud
it
wouldn't
would
make
offset,
sense.
Yeah.
But then again, like...
Clouds are just water.
Exactly what I mean. But it just, to me, that would have made more sense. But I realize they have to keep to a theme.
Yeah.
And also, water flying isn't exactly the best of
No.
typings.
I mean, Gyarados pulls it off nicely.
Gyarados pulls it off, but that's just because he's strong. He's Gyarados.
Well, besides Gyarados and Mantine, and I guess Mantike.
Mantike's not
Mantike's
water.
not flying.
Mantike's not water.
Wait, Mantike is just flying?
No, Mantike is normal water. Just like Azurill. Azurill is normal.
Azurill, no, I know Azurill is just normal. That's interesting. Well, besides like
I think
Final
the only
Evolutions-
reason is because they're baby Pokemon.
Oh, maybe. But besides Mantine and Gyarados, are there other?
Yes,
flying
there's
water?
Swanna, Pelipper.
Swanna, that's right.
And Pelipper.
Pelipper.
Pelipper pulls it off, but only because recently they gave him Drizzle.
Yes, Pelipper. I love Pelipper.
Pelipper-
for the drizzle. For the
Yes,
drizzle.
Drizzle made him so good because he has so hard-hitting Scald and Hydro Pumps.
He was
now.
better in Sun and Moon because you could do, was it Z
The
something? Z
Hydro
Tailwind.
Vortex. Yeah, Z Tailwind.
Z Tailwind, that's what it was.
It's so no.
It was a +1 speed, right?
+1 speed. No, Z Splash was the most OP thing ever. It was an Omni boost.
Yeah, Gyarados, because Gyarados needed that.
That was so... Yeah, because Gyarados needed an Omni boost.
That's funny.
Jesus.
They and it's funny they introduced Z Splash in the generation that they introduced. Oh no, did I die? Oh no, I did not. And they introduced the pre-evolution for the box legendaries for Sun and Moon.
I like that one.
Because
Yeah,
the only attacks it gets
Is
are
Splash and
Splash.
Cosmic Power.
Yeah, Cosmic Power. That's right. Just do a Z Splash Cosmoem and just troll people.
Oh, I know. Well, no, you know what you can do? There's literally
Struggle.
a tank set. There's
Struggle.
literally a tank set for Solgaleo because it learns Morning Sun.
It does, yes.
So you can give it Z-Splash,
Z-Splash.
Cosmic Power,
That I've seen, yes.
and then Morning Sun, and then just give it its main move, Sunsteel Strike.
Sunsteel, yep.
And then you just kill everything.
That's right. Oh, it's so easy to make some of these things setups because they're supposed to be broken. They're supposed to be
Oh, yeah.
right.
But no, then Necrozma. I love Necrozma.
Necrozma on its own is
I
probably
love
not that
regular.
great.
No, I love Necrozma, the original, like the
base Necrozma.
the basic
yeah.
Necrozma.
supposed to
Mainly
be
because I was competitively playing in Yu-Yu, and
Oh,
I was
under Yu,
using
yeah.
that thing to kill everything.
Mhm.
It was so stupid.
Yeah.
Because what I would do is, because no one ever used its signature move, Prismatic Laser, which is basically
Prismatic Laser.
which is Psychic Hyper Beam.
Yeah.
I would do Psychic. I would use the Z Crystal for the Psychic Z move,
Yeah.
and then it would bring up Psychic Terrain.
Yes. Yeah.
So then not only did it get stab, it got Psychic Terrain, and it's a Hyper Beam that gets stab.
Mhm.
Are you kidding me? That thing will kill anything that's not a Dark type.
Yep.
Which, by the way, I understand how OP Psychic types were in Generation 1, but giving a full-blown fucking immunity... It's the same with Fairy type. To Dragon.
The dragons, yeah.
They were like, you know what? Dragon's too OP.
I mean, look, defensively speaking, dragons have always been kind of strong, but offensively, not
if
really.
you think about it, not really. They only have 4 resistances.
But they also only have
2 weaknesses. Which was Ice and Dragon.
I will say this, most of them that do have the weakness to ice also have a 4 times weakness to ice, because they usually give them a second type that's also
Well,
weak to ice.
if Garchomp did not have a 4 times weakness to Ice, he'd be... No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
He'd be broken.
It was a balancing measure. I'm sure it was intentional.
Well, it's like the same thing as like, because Landis Therian, the
Therian,
lion
yeah.
form,
Yeah.
he is
has
such a
4 times
presence
weakness, right?
in OU because of his Intimidate ability.
Yeah.
Back in the day when Hidden Power was still a thing, you would always run Hidden Power Ice just for him.
Yeah.
Period.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, Ice is such a... Well, Ice is a really good offensive type A.
It is. It
But
is.
you did not run Pin Power Ice or Icy Wind or something of that nature because it's a good move.
Yeah.
You ran it because it destroyed Landorus.
Destroyed Landorus.
And Garchomp.
Garchomp and Dragonite.
Which, by the way, they gave Dragonite multi-scale. What the hell?
Because they like Dragonite, right? I want to give them
Honestly,
cool
out
shit.
of all the Pokemon that got, like, Mega Evolutions, I am super surprised that
they didn't give one to
Dragonite did
Dragonite?
not get one. Like, one to where it, like, reverts its legs back to its Dragonair body.
Make him blue and shit.
Yeah, that'd be so
I
cool.
would have loved to have seen that.
I think that would have been super cool.
Would have.
And then, Tyranitar, I don't like what they did with Tyranitar's Mega.
I'm not a huge fan of it either, honestly. I mean, back when, it refreshes the Sandstorm, right? When he transfers, he has the same ability, right?
It's the same ability, but here's what they could have done. They could have gave him, like, Sand Rush or Sand
Sandforce.
Sand Force, like,
Oh, no.
I would give him Sand Rush because of the speed. Because he already has enough power.
Yeah.
You could literally just be like, okay, send
Set
out
the
to...
thing, and then,
I mean,
that
that would actually be kind of...
that might be a little much.
Because do you remember Extra was in...
Yes.
Extra was in Ubers because of Sand Rush.
I do remember hearing.
Although,
comparisons
again,
to this.
almost all the Megas, it's either they're broken or they suck. And you know which one I'm super pissed about? I am super pissed about Mega Houndoom. No, you have to
I was
realize...
hoping it would be better. I love Houndoom.
Houndoom was my boy.
Yeah.
Because...
And I bet he was a good boy, too.
No, he was. But no, he was my favorite Pokemon of all time.
Because he's a dog, you get it.
No.
He's a good boy.
There's actually a story behind it.
Oh,
I
okay.
was playing Pokemon Gale of Darkness.
Yes.
And in there is a section where you face these Power Ranger looking mother...
Yes, I remember the Power Ranger people.
And each of them had a Shadow Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like... I'm like... Me being a teenager, like, I know everything. Right?
Yeah.
And my second favorite Pokemon, he's not my favorite pet Pokemon of all time, Spheal.
Spiel.
Spiel is so adorable.
Is that
There's a
what Bulbous is?
life-size Spiel plushie. It's the size of this.
Oh!
Yeah!
What happened to the homing attack? What happened to it? What happened? I pushed the button.
Yo, you good?
Well, Dreamcast has always been noisy.
But no, but anyway, back to the story.
Yeah.
My brother, my stepbrother, who was older than me,
Yeah.
was like, you don't know who's there. You've never played this before. Yeah? Well, I'm going to call it. It's going to be Town Doom. I just said some random fire type, and it actually was. I'm like, oh, I'm a genius! And he just became my favorite Pokemon of all time because I did that. Which, if you actually look at the stat distribution of his Mega Evolution, it's so good for him.
It is really good. Problem is he can't hold an item.
Well, no.
No.
That's not the issue. I've played Mega Houndoom.
Yeah.
The main issue is not because he can't hold an item. The main issue is not because they gave him 40 points in defense, which he's a dark type, which means
Doesn't
he's
help
weak
him
to
at all.
fight. No. He's weak to fighting. So that helps a ton.
It does. Yeah, I guess. I guess that's helpful.
With his look,
Yeah.
I was a firm believer because they implemented this ability in X and Y, which Megas were introduced in.
Yeah.
He should have got the fur coat ability. Halving physical
What
damage.
did he get otherwise? Did he
Solar power.
He got
He has the
solar
most
power.
worst special attack
That
boosting
doesn't
ability
help at all.
ever.
Because you need to have set up to do that. And
You have to have the sun,
He doesn't have it.
and even then, every time he attacks with a fire move in the
loses-
sun, he loses HP.
He doesn't even use fire move.
Oh, it's not.
It's just every turn. My Charizard in Sword and Shield.
So they gave him a
Yeah.
worthless ability. If they gave him anything else that was even relatively useful, I honestly think he would have been better. Because, okay, I'm gonna look up the stats because now I'm
Look up the stat distribution of Mega Houndoom.
Yep, because I actually had full-blown arguments with myself about this whole thing.
About the thing. Oh yeah.
About his stat distribution. Okay, Houndoom. Okay, Mega Houndoom. And then I'm gonna look up his stat distribution as a regular Houndoom.
Yeah.
Which Mega Houndoom looks cool. He looks cool.
He looks awesome.
But I honestly think they should have went with a Cerberus vibe.
Yeah, with the 3 heads.
Yes, because he's a Hellhound.
That's
That
exactly
would
what
be-
he's supposed to be. Yeah.
Exactly. He should have become a Cerberus. And give him parental bond because he has 2 heads.
Give him parental. Hold the phone right there.
Hold up! We already have Mega Kangaskhan here.
I think that's good enough. I don't think we need a special Mega Kangaskhan
That'd be hilarious. Well, no, you know why
with
Mega
mixed capabilities.
Mega Kangaskhan was only good because it got Fake Out, in my opinion, and Power Up Punch.
Yeah.
Mega,
Without the power-up punch.
without Power Up Punch and Fake Out, and plus the Fake Out was stab,
Yeah, stab fake out. That's right.
which was bullcrap.
Mm.
But no, I honestly think just giving him something useful, not like hell, they could have gave him Drought. But they already did that with Mega Charizard.
They did.
Y,
Yeah.
which, my opinion, I like Y better.
I like
don't
the
it.
I like the abilities of Y better, but the design.
Well, no, the
of
design
X
is always design-wise.
better for me.
Everyone will say Charizard X is better because it changes the formula. But for me, Y looks better because it looks like a Charizard evolution.
It does.
Like instead of just
'Cause
pandering.
X just looks like he's just got more flames and shit.
Well, X just looks like he's
It's
just
just Charizard, but he's
edgier.
It's shiny Charizard with flames in his mouth. Oh,
Exactly.
Shit. I've died. What have I done?
exactly.
believe I've done
But no,
this.
Charizard Y looks like
It looks like
he-
a change.
It looks like a
Change in
change.
the layout,
which
yeah.
is why I like it. And plus, it's in my opinion,
He's also not super busted.
he's not, but he's good.
'Cause
He
he-
has access to Solar Beam.
He has. There are upper limits to his power.
Well, no, the main
X
reason.
there isn't any.
Well, no, with the main problem with Charizard is that you didn't know what
Yeah.
Charizard you were facing.
That's true. That was the other. That was it. You had the mix-up capabilities. You didn't know which one you were going to
That's
face
the
until it threw out a
That's
move.
the only reason it was meta relevant because you didn't know what you were getting into.
The only way you could really guess is if the Charizard was physical, and it
But you
showed
didn't know
that,
that
and
until then.
it showed that before it transformed.
But
If it was
wouldn't ever-
special because X could do a mixed set, and Y really couldn't. then you could tell.
Hold on.
But yeah, but Y has upper limits to its power because all you can really do is just mix
It's better
things up with the
VGC.
fire, and you have the built-in sun, which
Yeah.
you could use with other teams. X on his own,
It's good.
it gets Flare Blitz, it gets Tough Claws, it gets Dragon Dance, it gets Roost. What else
It's
did
better
you
in
need?
single. I would say this.
In 6v6, you mean?
In 6v6 single matches,
Doubles is probably Y.
doubles
Y
is why
better.
because it has Heat Wave, Drought, Solar Beam, Tailwind. It has so many options.
Pair it with Talonflame.
Oh my
Sorry,
god.
pair it with X and Y Talonflame.
Okay, yeah, let's not get into that. Do you know what pissed me off the most is that they took away Gengar's Levitate. Why?
Look, I like Gengar. I understand why. I know.
Okay,
why. I know exactly why.
I don't like how they're pandering to Gengar now because he has a Mega, he has a
He's got
Gigantamax.
Gigantamax. His Gigantamax is cool looking, but the G-Max move isn't that useful.
It's really not.
It's not. Well, I'm going to trap them in after I just did 95% of their health.
Okay, so here's its stat just finally.
Mega Houndoom.
No, here's Houndoom's stat.
Regular Houndoom, yeah.
75 HP, which the HP doesn't change. 90 attack, which I guess.
Uh-huh.
50 defense.
Yeah, he's always been kind of frail.
110 special attack, which is good.
Yes, respectable.
80 special defense.
Also respectable for a fire type.
95. If he hit that 100, he'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
But as a Mega Houndoom,
Yes.
attack is still 90. Defense goes up 40 points to 90. To 90. That's
90,
almost
yeah.
double.
That is, yes.
140 special attack.
Mm-hmm.
Special defense does not go up. It's still 90, so they're both 90. And then his speed is 115.
Yeah.
If they gave this thing, because it has stab, Dark Pulse, Flamethrower, and all their stuff like that, I think it would have been, if they gave, it's no use, we're not in 06.
It's no use!
It's no use!
I couldn't remember the line yesterday. I couldn't remember it. I was fighting, I think, Knuckles or something. I was trying to make the joke, and I couldn't remember the line.
But no, like, think about, like, honestly, okay, let's see its weaknesses. Fighting, rock, ground, water.
Yeah.
Okay, the two abilities that I'm on the fence about, like giving it. Drought or
Shit.
Fur Coat. Fur Coat,
Fur coat, yeah.
with a 90 point like defense.
Yeah.
Does not seem broken.
Mhm.
And it has some weaknesses to the most
If they made it tankier, it would have compensated it for not having the ability to boost itself.
Yeah, it
safely.
has Nasty Plot.
It does have Nasty Plot, but you can't do it safely.
That's
the
true.
problem.
Well, no, but here's the thing. With Fur Coat,
You could.
well, no, with Fur Coat, like, 3 of its weaknesses become manageable.
Yeah,
Rock,
neutral
ground,
hits.
and fighting. And that means that'd be so good for it. It'd be like such a different type of Pokemon.
Yeah.
The only thing you'd have to worry about is water
That's right.
and special attacking of those types.
Well, yeah.
But like you could literally build it to like be your physical wall.
I know. It would actually have some utility to it outside of, a doubles Pokemon without an item.
Exactly.
Because Houndoom in doubles,
Not
regular
bad.
Houndoom, give him a Focus Sash, he can do some shit. He can get Sucker Punch.
Oh, I've been watching False Swipe Gamings.
False Life Gaming.
He picks up Pokemon once a week
Uh-huh.
and goes through its competitive viability
Yeah.
throughout the entire generations.
Oh, I think I've seen 1 or 2 of those.
Deoxys. Holy crap, Deoxys speed.
I've never tried competitively doing Deoxys, although I've always
Deoxys
wanted
speed
to.
is bull crap. It literally defined the Uber's meta for Generation 4.
Really?
Because if you were not running, it was really to the point where if you were not running a Focus Sash Deoxys speed, you were running a different type of Deoxys speed to counter Deoxys speed.
Uh-huh.
You could literally, okay, so one of the methods to beat Deoxys speed was a Focus Scarf Deoxys speed with Taunt.
You mean a Choice Scarf?
Yeah, I said Choice Scarf.
With Taunt. You should Focus Scarf.
Oh, I meant Choice
Choice
Scarf.
Scarf with Taunt?
With Taunt.
That seems excessive.
But it was necessary because
of the...
Stealth Rocks.
Stealth
Rocks and it had access to Stealth Rocks, Spikes, and Toxic Spikes.
That's right, it does get the spike moves.
Right?
Oh shit. What is Speed Deoxys' speed?
180?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is Regieleki
Reggie, hold
the
on,
same
actually. Let me look that up.
Regieleki's 200, I already know.
Oh, yeah, it's faster, but it doesn't have the utility.
Oh, shit.
It doesn't have
It doesn't, no.
It literally
I just-
only has its
I
special
just
attack.
use mine as dual screens. That's it.
That's it. That's all it can do. Other than being a electric special attacker,
Yeah.
it's the same as Regidrago, except
can't remember what I
Regidrago
do
doesn't
when-
have speed.
I think it's light screen, mirror, no, not mirror.
Light screen and
reflect.
Reflect.
Light screen, reflect. I think I have volt switch and hyper beam. I think is the
Hyper beam.
Nobody expects the hyper beam, Regieleki.
That's true. I would give it just its Thunder Cage attack.
It's inaccurate, and the
That
damage
pisses
isn't
me off
that
because
great.
Magnum Storm for Heatran is such a cool move.
It is 75 accuracy. I've got one with a wide lens. That's what I do with mine.
It's so good. It's such a good attack.
It's 120 and it traps them and damages them. It's like a.
It's bullshit.
It's fire spin. But
It's
better.
Fire Stim, but better. It's the same as regular Kyurem, like
Kyurem.
regular form Kyurem's Glaciate. It's just a better Icy Wind.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yep.
Which, by the way, Victini getting all three of the Tao Trio's signature moves is bullshit.
I mean, he's a mythical Pokemon. What do you
What?
want?
Why do you give it Glaciate? Fine, because it's an okay ice move. But Fusion Flare and Fusion
Isn't
Bolt?
he-
Are you kidding me?
Isn't he Fire Psychic?
He's Fire Psychic
Yeah.
with Victory Star.
Victory Star, yeah.
Give that thing a Victory Star with a wide lens. You're hitting every move.
That's right. That's right. Well, there's the wide lens, which boosts your accuracy by 10%, and then there's the zoom lens, that boosts it by 20. I was trying to get like 0 speed.
I thought zoom lens was crits.
Scope lens is the crits.
Okay.
I was trying to get like 0 speed IVs on my Heatran just so I could make sure
Oh,
that
I didn't realize.
it always got outsped, but no, it didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't happen.
I was watching Wolfie Glick, the tournament.
Wolfie VGC,
Yeah.
I hear he cheats.
Does he?
Have you heard he cheats?
He does. I've
Verlisify, watch his channel. That's all he talks about is how Wolf Glick cheats, how he
doesn't.
hacks.
He doesn't.
Alright, I've heard stuff like about it. One of his Raichu was impossible during one of the championships and shit.
Oh no! He talked about that Raichu in one of his videos.
Did he?
And he literally told you step by step how he got it.
I'm also told that the creator of PK Hex also reviewed his teams, and he said that yeah, they were most likely hacked.
I don't know.
I don't care. I don't play competitively. I'm just like, Verlis needs to chill. Okay,
Oh yeah.
play your own shit and don't worry about it.
Exactly.
I can't believe I just missed that homing attack.
I don't think it's homing.
Oh, did I hit him? I think I might have hit him from below. I think that was okay. I saw fire. I saw
And
the
then-
flames. I carry
Did you see
on.
through the fire and the flame?
And the flames, and I carried on.
We carry on.
That's right. Oh shit. Fuck.
The worst song in
Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero ever.
There we go.
It's epic as hell,
It is.
but it's so damn long.
Just the intro alone.
Just the intro
I
alone
can't
should
get
be its
through
own
it.
song.
Like, yeah.
I only did it on medium. I can only get through the entire song on medium.
Yeah, you're a better man than I. I got it on easy. That was on easy with like the what's it called, the invincibility cheat or whatever it was.
Really?
So I can lose. Yeah,
No,
nah,
I did it on
Nah, no patience for
I did
me.
it on medium. I did it on medium. But no,
Beat this guy,
no, Deoxys speed is so bullshit. Deoxys in general is bullshit. Because it has so many options. Although defensive Deoxys has no use, period.
I always liked his design though.
Oh no, the design! Deoxys' designs are so
it's-
cool.
it's so cool.
Are so cool. I love that he's based on helixes.
Yes, yes.
I do love that. But and I do like the mythos they gave him with Rayquaza.
Yes,
I do
yes,
like that.
I've always liked
Like
that.
he was
that's
like
always really cool.
Deoxys was so powerful that in the newer games, that's the reason why he needed the power of Mega Evolution. I
Yeah.
love that.
Mm-hmm.
I had to. This utility-based Pokemon that has tortured us for generations. I need to become the one thing I hate. Uber-breaking Pokemon that has.
Rayquaza's always been kind of.
Well, Rayquaza's always
And then
been.
they made him more.
But they made him more.
Give him a Mega that can hold an item.
No, have you seen Dookie Shire?
Dukeyshire. The name sounds familiar, but I don't think I've seen
He
it.
watches Don't with This Pokemon videos.
Don't fuck with this Pokemon videos.
Yes, so basically, I'll show you in a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Literally, he's like, you can give it a life orb. You can give it a choice band. You can give it a fucking chainsaw. And it has access to the move Dragon Ascent. It's so cool that it's not even Dragon type, but the Dragon type
I know who
moves.
you're talking about. That the guy
It's
talks
not
about
American.
get yourself a fucking Dragonite. That guy.
Yes.
Yes.
Get yourself a... Don't fuckle with Shuckle.
That one I saw, the Shuckle one. I like that one.
That's such a good video.
Did they even talk about the contrary ability in that video?
No.
About Shuckle?
No. They just talked about how much of a
You're
defensive
sleeping on this.
monster it
You're
is,
sleeping
and then
on
you can just
contrary
switch its
Shuckle.
attack and defenses.
I mean, if you're up against a special attacker, yeah, but if you're not, then
Well, no.
don't do that.
No, if you do power swap, you get both your special attack
Oh.
and special defenses are switched with your
The
attack
problem
and
is
defense.
you're so slow after you've done the move. If you're going up against something physical, your defense drops to 20.
Well, yeah, but
If you're up against a
That's-
special attacker, your special defense don't do nothing.
it's kind of, it
That's
becomes
when
like a
you use
chansey.
that
It becomes
shit.
like a chansey almost.
It does, yeah.
but
with,
just a
like,
more offensive chansey.
with a base 450 attack.
Oh, fuck. Chansey with a 450 attack. Holy crap. Give it an Eviolite. Give that shit an Eviolite.
Do that, but then have
Also,
him contrary
that's going
shell
to be a big
smash.
thing. A lot of the
Why?
Pokemon that got new evolutions in Arceus, they're wondering if they'll be implemented.
Oh, the Eviolite, you mean? Like, is Ursaring going to be able to use Eviolite?
Because if it is, it's
Wait,
going to be
does Ursaring evolve, or does Teddy Ursa evolve?
No, Ursaring evolves.
Ursaring got the evolution.
Ursaring got the evolution.
Ah.
So Eviolite Ursaring actually might be really good.
That does sound really good. I really like Ursaring, so
Because
I'd like
it
to
has,
see that.
it has Guts or Quick Feet, so you could literally use it as a pivot for statuses.
I'm sorry, did I just die after I beat the boss?
Yes.
You make me sad, Egg Hornet. You make me sad. Oh no, Hornet was the other guy. Hornet
It's
was
like
the one.
Viper.
It's Viper.
It's a
Hornet's the
snake.
one. Hornet's the one that has no
It's a
iframes.
creepy snake.
It's a snake. Oh, don't reference old Cat Icarus.
No, do you know why I referenced it? My dad just saw that video not too recently, and he will non-stop.
He won't stop doing the
Yeah,
the
because he's a
sneaky
sneaky snake.
The sneaky
And I'm
snake.
like, fuck off, Dad. But no, like that, it getting an evolution, and then, well, Scyther already had an evolution. Scissor's better than,
Eviolite Scyther.
well, Eviolite Scyther is so good.
I like Eviolite Scyther. It's
Because they
it's
have the
just
same
limited.
stat line.
It's just limited.
They have the same
That's all.
stat line. It's just the
They're-
same
they're-
stat
they're-
base
they're,
stat.
they're distributed differently.
Yeah, which I kind of didn't like that. I wish they gave Scizor just like maybe 20 or 30
The
more.
only problem I have with Eviolite Scyther is you can't really invest in its speed as
can't.
much
You can't.
unless you just do HP speed. Because otherwise you're not getting enough out of the Eviolite.
Golbat with Eviolite is so good.
It is, yeah.
Golbat with Eviolite, I'm sorry, it's
Because you
better
don't
than
necessarily need to invest in the speed with the Eviolite Golbat because it's already it's meant to be a tank on
Yeah.
its own. It's not meant
Well,
to
it's
be.
actually a kind of good defensive typing. The only thing it's bad against is really...
No, yeah, the defensive typing is great. The thing is, we're not expecting Golbat to go fast, but it's going to be going faster than any of the other tank Pokemon that it's
Exactly.
going to be going up against.
And then you can use like Toxic and stuff like that. And because it's poison, in the newer generations, because it's poison type, Toxic is
You can't be
100%.
poisoned. Yeah, and
And it
Toxic
can't
is
be
100%.
poisoned.
That's right.
I think the only thing that keeps it back from being better, like just utility-wise, is its flying typing, because if it was just pure poison, I mean, it would be weak to ground.
It's true.
But then it would be able to
That's
absorb...
kind of a problem.
But then it would be able to absorb toxic spikes.
Oh, that's right. It doesn't absorb them because it's flying.
Yeah, because it's not on the ground.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a... Look, I hit him there. No, I didn't. Just background fire.
And then what other Pokemon evolved that didn't
Oh,
evolve?
in Arceus?
In Arceus. I mean, Scyther got a new evolution, which was a... I like the evolution.
Kleavor.
Kleavor is cool. I like Kleavor.
I like the design.
I love the design.
Is he a rock type?
He's a bug rock.
Bug rock.
But
Okay.
it's not a good type.
So Armaldo.
Armaldo's
bug
no,
rock.
Armaldo's rock water.
No, he's bug rock.
Oh no, you're right.
He does get what's
water
it called?
moves.
He gets water moves, and I think he gets Swift Swim.
Yes, he does. Which makes 0 sense, but whatever.
His speed is like 50, I think.
Which
oh no.
Swift Swim isn't. The only person
Doesn't help him.
The only Pokemon that really has ever there's only 2 Pokemon that's ever benefited from Swift Swim.
Mm.
Kingdra.
Yeah.
Good God, Kingdra.
Oh yeah.
And then Mega Swampert.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just give this roided out monster Swift Swim.
What's his base attack? Like 150 or something?
Mega Swampert?
Yeah.
Let me check.
I remember it was something absurd. I remember that.
Swampert. Swampert. Although I do hope they do other Legends games. I really do.
I hope they do too. I just hope they put a little more effort into them.
Well, do you know what I think a good one would be?
Johto?
Legend Celebi.
Yeah,
in the
Johto.
Johto region.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Before the tower burned, and then because you know how like in the Legend Arceus games we actually saw Mount Pillar like
the
explode.
spiral pillar. Yeah.
Yeah, explode. I want to be part of that game where the tower gets burned.
I want to see the precursors to Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. I want to see that. That's what I want to see.
I'm telling you, it's the evolutions. It has to.
Then I want to see that happen in game. I want to see
That'd be so, because they've made so many references to like them being the same Pokemon. Because if you look there, each of the legendary dogs' beast special ability, like hidden abilities, is the exact same abilities
as an evolution. Yeah.
As the evolutions, and it's just like, ugh, I love it. I love it so much. I love that fan theory.
Didn't the beta version of Pokemon Gold have like alternate versions of the legendary trio there?
Yes, it did. Mega Swampert. Yeah, it has a base. Mega Swampert is 150.
It's 150. That's what I thought.
And you know what its defenses are, which is bullcrap.
Pretty big, right? They're like
110
right?
each.
110 each. Yep.
And then its base HP is 100.
Yep.
This thing is tanking.
It is
as long as it's not a
incredibly
grass
bulky.
move.
That's
it's
right.
tanking everything.
That's right.
And even then, if it's a weak grass move, it could tank it.
That's right.
If it's like just hidden power grass, I think it could tank it. And then it has 4 resistances, 1 immunity, 1 quad weak.
Oh yeah. Water ground is absurd.
Is so good. The only thing that matches it is Bug Steel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which only has a weakness to fire.
That's right. I like Unaware Quagsire.
Unaware Quagsire. Did you hear?
What?
Wooper and Quagsire are getting a regional variant in Star.
I did hear about that. Yes.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
I don't think it's gonna. I think it might be Wooper evolving into something different.
Oh, maybe.
I think it might be.
Okay, now I think I know what happened. I wasn't paying attention, and he dove into me or some shit.
Watch out. He's up to something.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, Method Man. Okay, good. So it was just that one platform that did it. And my control's locked now, so that means I did it. And all it took was, what, 11 lives? Yeah.
Wow, I was not paying attention at all. I was so entranced in our...
And the conversation was well worth the 11 lives that it cost me.
Just some fun Pokemon lore.
Yes. Pokemon lore is fun.
Okay, hold on. What other... I mean, there are the new evolutions for the starters. And, okay, if they did do the Johto region, because since it has Legend of Arceus has 3 starters from 3 different regions...
Oh, which starters would they use?
Which would you choose? I don't think they would use Kanto or Johto.
So, if
Because
they were to
Kanto
do
and
it, let me just try to think. What would be... I mean, because the whole idea of Johto was that just like ancient Japanese...
Well, yeah,
that area thing, but that was kind of the same thing with the Sinnoh region too.
Well,
so
if you actually watch some
do?
videos, each of the regions until the 5th region, Unova, was all based on parts of Japan.
Parts of Japan, right? Yeah, Hoenn was the same way. I mean, they honestly could just be any 3 at this point.
Is this just the end of Sonic's?
Yes, he's singing.
You know what?
That's their idea of a victory pose.
Yeah!
Are they going to show credits? I want to see credits. Yay! Credits! Cool.
That's it? That's all Sonic's story?
That's not... Well, it was, I think, 10 action stages and a couple of bosses. There are a bunch of other stories I still have to do before the run is over, so...
What the heck is this game?
It's a... Sonic Adventure!
Shut up. That's so annoying.
I know. Because that's what it is. This is Sonic
I
Adventure.
know.
So I gotta do Tails next.
You gonna start that now?
No, I'm gonna upload this first. We're already at 2 hours. If I wait any more, it's gonna be even longer. So that's gonna be I'll be uploading all day if I do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna let the credits play out. It's usually what I do. Let them play out. I don't know if I'm gonna do it every single time, but there's different pictures with each of the stories that play out. So I might have to let it play out every single time.
Well, let's keep with our Pokemon conversation.
Okay. So what starters would we put in a Legends Johto
I
game?
debated this with my sister.
Yeah.
I would definitely put Torchic.
Torchic, I could see that. So I think I have an idea then. Pokemon that have some sort of connection to the legendaries in some fashion. Torchic is a fire bird type.
Oh, okay.
So there's a connection to Ho-Oh. What other Pokemon could we connect to maybe Lugia?
Okay, so now it would have to be a grass or a
water, which lines up.
I would choose...
What grass starter would work?
Superior?
Superior.
No, Superior because of Sprout Tower.
Superior, yes. I could see that. So you've got Torchic, you've got Snivy. Who could we connect to Lugia?
Who could you connect to Lugia?
I mean...
Is there a Psychic type? Secondary? The only one is Fennekin. And that's a fire.
Yeah, it's a fire type.
So it'd be water.
I wouldn't go with Froakie. Froakie, I think, is a little... Yes, that's Jesse and James.
No.
Serpentera?
You have a Serpentera!
I have a
I just
Serpentera.
realized that!
I got a Serpentera. Yeah, I got a Serpentera.
You have...
His tail's a little cracked, but I got Serpentera. Yeah.
I used to have the White Tiger's Lord.
I got one in one of those boxes back there. I haven't
Oh,
put them out
wow.
yet.
I haven't seen that in like
Yeah.
ages. That was the best.
My
Lord.
brother still has the rest of the Thunderzords.
Oh wow, really?
They're mostly broken, but you know I may pick them up if he doesn't care.
Okay, let's see.
So we need a water type that could have some possible familial connection to Lugia. So it needs to be either bird-like in nature.
Let's go through the water. Squirtle.
Squirtle, I don't think so.
It can't be Totodile.
We're not going to do Totodile. And that wouldn't work anyway.
Mudkip wouldn't work because we have Torchic.
Yeah, and let's see, who was Gen 4? Gen 4 was...
Wait. Because they did Rowlet? What about Primarina? Poplio?
Maybe.
No, you know what you could do? You know how it's an opposite?
Empoleon might be closer, but...
No. I actually have an idea for its
Fairy
design.
is closer to Psychic than Steel is.
No, I have an idea for its design. You know how, like...
Oh, like an alternate evolution for it to match the thing.
I'm trying to think. A Kabuki Dancer.
Ooh. And make it Water Psychic.
Yes.
I could definitely see that. Yeah. There, it is decided. We will write a letter to
That actually sounds
Game
like
Freak.
super cool.
We will write a letter to Game Freak, and we will petition that the starters be Torchic, Snivy.
Although I'm
and,
not too fond of
Puppy.
Snivy.
What a better grass type.
Okay, not Bulbasaur, not Chikorita, obviously.
So Bulbasaur, not Chikorita.
Well, Chikorita's
it's already Johto, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, Kanto's so close to... There wouldn't be any real changes.
That's true.
Let's see, it can't be Trico, because Torchic.
Yeah.
Turtwig?
I think it's something that has like sort of a mystical nature to it. We
Okay.
don't want it to evolve into anything that's going to be half psychic because that'll conflict with the Poplio evolution.
Okay, let's try to think of that.
Keep it pure grass when it evolves, but what would it be to start with? What other
Well,
evolutions do we have
then we
besides
wouldn't do
Snivy?
Snivy because it's already pure grass.
Who's Gen 6's? Oh no, that was Chestnut. That was...
Chestnut's not bad. Because it became a grass fighting. Wait. Ooh, wait. Instead of becoming grass,
I got an emblem.
Cool.
Alright, let me just cut this thing off before we go too far. It's saving. And we're back on the Sega screen. Alright. Next time, bitches, we're gonna start Tails.
Maybe I'll be here.
Maybe he'll be here. We don't know.